Президент Российской Федерации Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin.
In 2014, Russian President Vladimir Putin opened the door on what some have called a new Cold War with the West. After the annexation of Crimea in March, he then backed separatist rebels in eastern Ukraine in a conflict which is still simmering. Both Russia and the West have since traded accusations of imperialism and bullying.
If this never happened, the West would have thought of some other excuse to contain Russia's growing possibilities, to assert their influence and use the situation in their own interests.
Putin has slammed G20 member countries for imposing harmful sanctions on Russia over Ukraine and rallied against what he sees as NATO expansionism. But at a testy annual summit in Australia, it was the Russian strongman who came under fire. And he left early, he says, because of the long flight home. While even Britain's Prince Charles has reportedly compared Putin to Hitler after he redrew the European map, in Russia the leader enjoys widespread support. Moscow saw the annexation of Crimea as its natural return to Russian territory, and it triggered a surge in patriotism across the world's largest country. Russia has recently made an increasing number of aircraft sorties into international airspace, testing NATO defences over the Baltics, with alliance warplanes carrying out intercepts. Putin believes he's on the side of right, and might.
Quite simply, we're stronger.
Than who?
Than all the others. Because we are right. Strength lies in truth. When Russia is right, she is invincible.
The Western sanctions and falling oil prices have seen the Russian ruble plunge to record lows, and the World Bank is predicting a recession in the country next year. But Putin, who's already been in power for 15 years, is holding his nerve in the hope of a place in the history books, as the Russian strongman who reclaimed Russian pride.